we're going to get into our next speaker here. So, Danny, who's it going to be?
Ladies and gentlemen, oh, this one's a fun one. I don't know if you guys remember YouTube a couple years ago. There was a guy who knocked on a door. Karen comes to the door recording. What are you doing? What are you doing? We've all been there before. And my boy, Kenny Brooks, comes out with the Jedi-like reflexes, turns a yes into a no. I've been so excited to introduce Kenny as our next trainer, because me and Kenny go way back. When we were first looking at who we were going to book for the first Door-to-Door Con in 2017, Kenny was the first person that came to mind, and I knew ever since then I was like, dude, me and Kenny got to have some fun, because as you guys can tell, a lot of people confuse me for Kenny Brooks. People look at me, they look at Kenny, they're like, which one's which? So I get that a lot, and so I tell people that I'm the white Kenny Brooks sometimes. So Kenny's a phenomenal friend of mine. We've got a chance to grow a great relationship, and we're going to bring him out here next. We've got a cool video we're going to plug for you before we bring him into the stage. So let's roll that video, turn down the lights, and let's watch it. On the screen, not the...
Actually, I'm gonna be quick like Nestle and beat it like Michael Jackson. That's why your neighbor said I remind him of Nicolas Cage, because I'm gone in 60 seconds. But watch this right here, Dad. Look, who does this the most on the window? The kids, the dogs, that are ugly black guys that eat fried chicken. Now you see these water spots? Look, they get whiter than my elbows without lotion. Watch this, Dad, and I'm out here. Because Stevie Wonder says seeing is believing, and I got a disease called enthusiasm, so I'm gonna cut straight to the mustard. Watch this though. Don't laugh too hard, because the neighbor's gonna see this black kid scrubbing your window. Okay? But look, wax on, wax off like Mr. Miyagi. Remember the Karate Kid? Now watch this. It air dry. Look, it puts a coating on your window. No water spots, no fingerprints, no streaks. That's why we can't sell it to criminals. Don't tell OJ or Tiger Woods, okay? High five. They've been loving this stuff. Now, Dad, y'all, you and Mom, y'all would agree. Oh my God! You see this right here? Who did that one? Who did that? Okay, watch this. Now, my mom said if it's darker than me and it don't pay the bills, it shouldn't be there, right? God bless you. Now look, this right here, we just upgraded like Beyonce. This is our new surfactant. Hold this and watch this, because this should be the main reason why you get the HBO special. You know what HBO means? No. You get to help a brother out. Yeah, I've been on the road like toilet paper. Half of your neighbors in the community, they said they just go get it because I'm funny, because this stuff spills itself. Look, you just go back and forth like an argument. Now, I ain't Jesus, but look how I split that like Moses did the Red Sea. Paint me green, call me a pickle. And look at this right here, look. Goes good with chicken. Don't drink it though, it'll give you the Hershey squirts. But look, that one bottle lasts longer than my last relationship. Y'all got water, right? Yeah. High five, you qualify to use it. Oh yeah, Mom. Now, this is my last demo, and I'm out your hair quicker than your favorite shampoo. Y'all familiar with these right here, Sharpies? Yeah. Now watch this. Even though I'm black, it ain't black magic. It just worked. Because look, say you got this in the clothes or the carpets or the laundry. Would you agree that's hard to get out? Probably. Would you throw it out, shout it out, get OJ to stab it out, Mike Tyson to bite it out, Kobe Bryant to... Well, he was,
oh, okay. You were done.
It was a multiple choice funny joke, because you know you can't put bleach on colors, right? Sure. Look at this. This safe on colors. That's why we couldn't sell it to Sammy Sosa. But look, you just spray the spray, right? Now, this right here takes out ink, blood, coffee stains, grass stains, Kool-Aid, lipstick, gum glue, candle wax. Would you say that's whiter than a Colgate Smile? Not. Oh my goodness. You see that? Can I use it on my teeth? It ain't Jesus in the bottle. I use mine, they turn brown. No, I'm just kidding. But no, you just use it on for your house. What's the hardest thing to clean? Would it be carpet, the tile, barbecue grills, the shower doors, that oil and rust in the driveway that's blacker than my mother but not as beautiful, or that calcium right there?
Can I put this on YouTube?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you selling?
Personality. Sure. But this sells itself though. It's called Advantage, the Wonder Cleaner, best thing since cake and ice cream. Now, unlike Madonna, it's never been touched. So you only put 2 caps in a bottle. And well, I just come. Most of your neighbors, they just get it because they like me. Y'all familiar with Tony Robbins? Yeah. See, I'm taking this course because this is how Jamie Foxx started off door to door. And he said 2 years of door to door selling is equivalent to 4 years of college communication, how you interact with different people. That's why half of the neighbors don't buy it because of work. They just get it because they like my tenacity, because they said it in an easy task going door to door.
How much is it?
I'm pretty sure Windex and bleach ain't never knocked on your door, made you laugh when Mom went and got the camcorder just to tape them, right? High five. That's all I'm saying. But what y'all do for...
So by raise of hands, who remembers that video? I'm pretty excited to have Kenny up here because, Oh, God, I barely saw you back there. Kenny. Oh, my goodness gracious. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Kenny Brooks. We're going to let you do your thing up here. Let him have it, Kenny.
Yes, sir. How we doing? Yeah. All right, well, first of all, my name is Kenny Brooks. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. And that video amazing, ain't it? What's crazy is that I'm going to just start off by saying this video, a lot of people, they love this video. Millions of people have millions of views. It had like over 300 million views when that video first came out in 2011. But they don't know the method behind that video. See, that video, that's a lot of pain, dedication, hard work, admiration, just dedication, not giving up. Like, people don't know that same week that same day I had just came from court because I had got kidnapped by some Indians. I ain't gonna say Indians, I'm gonna say Native Americans because people corrected me. You gotta bear with me, I flunked kindergarten because I couldn't scribble, so. Yeah, but I got kidnapped by some Native Americans, but I'm gonna start off by letting people know how I got into sales, because I got into sales on an accident. I was 12 years old, and I wanna show y'all this picture when I was 12 years old, because if y'all see this picture, that's me, Kenny Brooks, yep, 12 years old. You see that smile though, right? I was so broke I couldn't pay attention. But I kept that smile though, because Chinese proverbs say if you can't smile, you shouldn't open a store. So, yeah, so that's how I got into sales. I grew like 5 or 6 inches. I went from like 4'11" to like 5'4", 5'5". And I remember coming home from school, and I asked my mother, could she give me some basketball shoes? Because coming from Detroit, you know, you're a product of your environment. As an African American, we think the only way we can make it out of the ghetto or out of poverty is by playing basketball or rapping. And that's really how I developed this like sense of humor, because like coming from Detroit at that age, I was listening to a lot of hip hop like Eminem, Jay-Z, you know, Biggie Smalls, Tupac, you know, Lil Wayne. That was like one of my favorite rappers. So a lot of my jokes, it came from like listening to music. So I became like, I wouldn't say like Eric Thomas say he the hip hop preacher, but like people was calling me like a hip hop salesperson. It was like, man, you should be a rapper. This at like 12 years old. But the fast forward, so anyway, I grew like 5 inches. So I remember coming home from school, I asked my mother, could she give me some basketball shoes? And she was like, boy, you know I ain't got no money. I'm like, dang. So right then and there, I went to school. I just tried out for the basketball team anyway. I had on like some bowling shoes. I don't even know the shoes. I know I had on, it was like some XJ900s or some Pro Wings. I don't know. I think it was some Pro Wings because I remember Wings. And I know back in Detroit, the only wings I knew was Red Wings. They was super good back then. But I had like some Pro Wings. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to turn up. So I'm like, I'm in there humiliated. I'm sliding out of I'm with Slip and Slide Records before Trick Daddy. I'm sliding all through the gym. They laughing at me. I done slid out the gym to the lunchroom. So I come home from school. I'm about to cuss my mother. I'm like, I ain't going back to that school till I get some shoes. Anyway, make a long story short, like I think I went to the store. I was going to school the next day, and in Detroit we had like these telephone poles, and it had a number up there saying that you could get a paper route. You could make anywhere from like $50 to $100 a week delivering Detroit news or free press. So anyway, I called that number quicker than the New York Minute. I said, let me call this number real quick because I got to get these shoes. So my goal at 12 years old was like, I got to make this $50 to $100, buy these shoes, and I go back to basketball practice. Anyway, make a long story short. So they put us in pairs of twos the first day of work. I was with a coworker, and we had like a red wagon. So we was throwing a newspaper to like addresses. And we threw it to the wrong address. Well, it wasn't the wrong address. His name was on the list. And the dude came out cussing us out. He was like, I'm tired of y'all throwing these papers at me. I'm about to call the police on you. And he just snapped. And then my coworker looked at me. I looked at him. And he was white. So the first thing we thought, I was like, this dude racist. He don't like black people. So anyway, my coworker was ready to beat him up. I said, no, I got it. I said, sir, can I ask you a question? This is when I got introduced to sales. I said, sir, can I just ask you one question? He was like, what? I said, you got kids, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, if 2 of your kids was playing and one broke the glass, you ain't gonna spank both of them, right? He was like, no. I was like, well, you shouldn't spank us for the bad performance. Let me just call my stupid advisor And I've been using that joke ever since 12 years old, because when I said stupid visor, he started busting out laughing. He was like, no, you don't got to do that. I'm sorry. Look, so I ended up upgrading him like Beyonce, and he ended up getting like a year subscription. So right after that, they turned me into a salesperson. So I went from making like $50 to $100 a week to making like $500 at 12 years old. And it's crazy because I remember like that same outfit, that's like a Halloween outfit. But my mother, she didn't even want me to go door to door. She was like, no, you ain't going door to door. Somebody go kidnap you. She was saying all type of crazy stuff. But as soon as she saw my first paycheck, she was like, keep doing it. Right then and there, I was like, oh yeah, we in there like swimwear. So anyway, to make a long story short, I was making more money than my mother. That's what I found out at 12 years old. And I'm saying that for anybody that's listening, that's new into sales, just started, because I used to quit 3 times a day, believe it or not, because you got to remember, like, sales is 90% mental, and it's 10% physical, and that's the walking and talking part. But I learned so much at 12 years old that I never learned in elementary or middle school, because, like, at 12 years old, it built confidence. I'm knocking on rich white people's door, and I'm from the slums of Detroit, and they looking at me like I just broke in somebody's house, or I'm about to, like, do something crazy, and, I just had a smile. You know, I had a smile that was bigger than Oprah used to be, because I was hopeful. I was like, you know what? I'm happy. And I was broke, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I asked my manager one day, I was like, man, how you stay positive? He was like, well, if you dig in your pockets and you can't pull nothing out, you should hurry up and be positive. I said, oh, yeah, that's the right thing to do. So right then and there, I knew that I had to fake it till I make it. So at 12 years old, I was making more money than my family just because of the simple fact that I was dedicated. You know what I'm saying? I was determined. So my goal went from making $50 to $100 to falling in love with sales at 12 years old. So I was like, forget them shoes. I started doing it from 12 years old all the way till I was like 14 years old. And what's crazy is that my grandmother, like, she helped raise me with my mother, and she told me, like, at 12 years old, she said, let me tell you something. It ain't your fault if you was born poor, but if you over the age of 18 and you die poor, that's your fault because you had something to do with that. So I remember when she died, like when I was like 18 years old, I was a senior in high school, and I dropped out my senior year because I started back playing basketball from like 14 to like 18 because like I grew out, like I'm 6'3" and a half right now, like 6'4", with some Timberland boots on. But anyway, I'm like 6'3" and a half, almost 6'4". But I remember like I grew like 6'1", like 14, 15. So I kept playing basketball. When my grandmother passed away, I dropped out of school. And I remember like I was depressed and everything. I was like about to give up on life, just depressed, because I was like, this like my grandmother left this earth. This was like somebody that was really, really like close to me. But I remember like her telling me like I was gonna be this person that just impact the world. And I really didn't understand what she told me this on her deathbed. So when she passed away, I remember at 19 years old, my older brother, he was like, bro, remember how you was making all that money selling door to door? He was like, look, I know this sales company where you could travel selling a cleaning product. They hiring. My friend just made like $1,000 a week. And here it is. I was like homeless and everything. I was like, just because my mother put me out at like 19, like, because I didn't want to go to school. She was like, look, you don't want to go to school, you got to get a job. You don't want to get a job, you got to get out. And I remember at like 12 years old that I told myself I would never punch a clock unless I swung on Flavor Flav, because I tasted the money. I remember knocking on people's doors. Like I learned that, like door to door. I don't know if y'all understand. This is the best opportunity in the world, because at 12 years old, I was like, dang, it ain't no ceiling over your income. You could go to sleep broke. You could wake up to be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? You go from welfare to Rockefeller. It's just your mindset. Whatever you put in, that's what you get out. And I learned that. So at 19, my why was making my grandmother proud. So I got back into sales. I said, you know what? I'm about to, look, this is going to be the brokest I ever be. So I took that bus for 3 days, driving from Detroit all the way to California. And I remember my first paycheck. I made like $800 selling a cleaner product. And that's what I'm saying. Like I see all these different sales companies like solar crazy right now. Like solar. Raise your hand if you sell solar. That's what I'm talking about. Solar is amazing. That's what I'm saying. Like I wrote 112 sales in one day by selling a $40 bottle of cleaner, and the most money I made that day was like $4,000. Where I just went out like on a blitz with a sales company like not too long ago, and like one deal you making $6,000 to $8,000, $10,000, $20,000, depends on the kilowatts. I'm like, damn, like that's crazy. When they first told me about the KW, I thought they was talking about Kiki Watts. I didn't know they was talking about kilowatts. So I'm like, you can make so much money. But if I would have knew what I would have knew now, when I first took the sales job again at 19 years old, it would have been crazy. But what's crazy about that is that I knew my reason for going back. Like I said, I told myself, like, this the brokest I'm ever be. So I took that bus for 3 days, and I told my mother, I said, look, I'm going on the bus, but I'm going to come back on a plane, or I'm going to drive back home. You ain't going to see me like this again. So I remember my first paycheck, I made like $800. I invested like they was talking about earlier, the last speaker earlier was talking about investing in yourself. Out of that $800, I spent half of that on Barnes & Nobles, my first book. And I'm going to give y'all a list of my books right here if y'all can see. Like, I invested in myself. My first book I bought was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Like, I don't know if y'all got some of these books, but y'all need to write these books down, because these books right here, I mean, if you want to be a great salesman, I know I got personality and everything, but these are the books that helped me become the person I am today. I got my kids reading these books. And that's my goal as today. People are like, well, what you doing right now? I'm working on a plan with my kids. Like, I got 10 kids. They like eating and I like feeding them. And I got a whole sales team right now. Like, I don't even need to hire nobody. I got my kids. I'm starting a door-to-door university called School of Hard Knocks. You know what I mean? Well, I teach people how to be young entrepreneurs, because I remember at 12 years old, I was reading these books, and I was stronger than the Holy Ghost mentally. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing at the door. Like, you not interested. Like, everything you told me, I'm looking at you like Pinky in the brain. You know what I mean? Like, what? Are you serious? I'm giving you the stroke mouth. I'm not interested. I'll give you the stroke mouth real quick. Like, is you crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I told him, hey, you can write this down too. You can write this. I'm telling you, this a nugget for you. This a nugget like Denver, I'm telling you. This a good nugget though. Like when you knock on the customer door and they be like, well, let me just think about it. Well, ma'am, what's the biggest nation in the world? Procrastination. That's the biggest nation in the world. And it's a war right now in your head. You know what I mean? It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. But I became this person of today because I learned that, like Jeffrey Gettimore said in the Sales Bible, people buy personality before they buy merchandise. You know, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So I already knew that laughter was the best medicine for the heart, and I knew my why. Like I said, my why was to make my grandmother proud. So I bought these books, and once I read them books, it was over with. I already knew at 12 years old I had confidence, because at the end of the day, who you going to sell first? Thank you. I'm not a prostitute, but I'm going to sell myself first. Yeah, facts. Once I sell me, then the product is easy. It's a no-brainer. Then I'm going to sell the product. Then I'm going to sell personality. Then I'm going to sell savings. Then you become a successful salesperson. But you got to know the 4 steps to the sales talk. So the first step, if you want to write this down, is 4 steps to a sales talk. The first step is your approach. You got to have an amazing approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, amazing approach. Like, that's what I remember, like, before I was speaking, I used to sit in them seats just like y'all. I was always soaking up knowledge. I was a sponge. I was soaking everything up. But I remember that my mentor told me, look, you want to get you a notebook. I went and got 10 notebooks. He said, you want to have 2 different approaches. I had 10 different approaches. The second thing is your introduction. That's the second thing. Your third thing is the demonstration. What you demonstrating? What product is you demonstrating? And then last but not least is close, action and close. So once you get them 4 steps to your sales talk, you're going to be armed and dangerous. And that's what I did. I had different approaches. It don't matter. Look, hey, how's it going? You must be the one that answered the door. Yeah, you know, a lot of your neighbors, they've been loving me like fat kids love cake. You know, by the way, my name is Kenny. You know what I'm saying? My approach, I got so many of them. Happy Monday. The neighbor said you was harder to catch than my ex-wife boyfriend. That's my approach. Now I'm introducing myself. Yeah, my name is Kenny, Skinny Kenny. I know I popped unexpected like a premature baby. I'm so skinny I can hula hoop through a Cheerio. But that's because I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I used to get full off hot dog water. You ever been there? Yeah, my house so small you got to run outside to change your mind. That's why I'm hanging in there like shingles and drywall so I can get a house like you. Because your house bigger than my church back at home. I thought you was a pastor. I know you blessed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to play with you. I'm not playing. And then after that, now I got my product. Once you love me, then you go, guess what you're going to do? You're going to open your wallet, and you're going to tell me to jump on in. Yeah, facts. But that's what I did, though. I used to write these down. I used to write down different approaches, different introductions. I used to write down different human interest story. Well, I'm not interested. Yeah, my mom told my dad that, but 9 months later, I was born. I'm not interested. Yeah, I never been arrested either. That's why we got a permit. Yeah, City Hall told me don't hold you long like a man with no arms. They ain't call you and tell you I stopping by? Man, no wonder I ain't see the red carpet. Good friends hard to find. You know what I mean? You can't tell me nothing. Like Kanye West said. Everything that you, look, because you got to remember, look, salespeople, look, as salespeople, like when I used to hold meetings, I used to tell them, look, customers not having a meeting right now. You ain't going to catch no community having a meeting. Oh, Josh, what you going to tell that person tomorrow? Oh, I ain't got no money. Let me write that down. That's a good one. What you going to tell that person? Oh, somebody was just here. Oh, that's a good one. Let me write that down too. They not having no meetings. You know what I mean? But that's what I did. And then I was so educational because not only did I take the meat and I spit out the bones, but look, you got to have creative selling too. When you're in Rome, do as the Romans. You know what I'm saying? I teach people like it's called the square sale. That means you could sell your neighbor, and then you could go directly across the street and sell that neighbor, and then go right next door and sell that neighbor. That's a square sale. And it's easy. Well, hey, can you, who's your neighbor next door? Oh, that's John. No, not John. I sold John next door to John. Oh, that's Catherine. Oh, not Catherine. I sold her too. Oh, that's Steve. Now I just got 2 referrals. You know what I mean? Because guess what? A burglar not going to use a reference. Oh, you know Janet? Yeah, I know Janet. Yeah, she just left. I stole her car. You know John? You know what I mean? Like that, burglars don't use references. You know what I mean? So references is really important. People don't understand that as a salesperson, references is so important. So, yeah, write that down. Referrals is very important. You know what I'm saying? And when you knew, look, when everything else fails, enthusiasm sells. You can't be out there like someone making you do this. I remember when I was new, I was so excited. Oh, my God. And then when my introduction, too, one of my favorite introductions, look, bear with me. I'm new at this. Don't beat me up. This is my first job. This is my first day. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I know one thing. I got the best thing since cake and ice cream. I'm telling them, they like, oh, no, take your time. Because you got to remember, I'm pretty sure, raise your hand if you ate at a restaurant before. Hey, now, raise your hand if you ever ate at a restaurant and somebody told you this was their first day on the job. And you saw how polite and how you had patience like a doctor. Oh, no, don't worry about it. You're doing real good. That's how the customer going to be to you. They're going to be like, oh, no, take your time. And guess what? They're going to teach you how to sell them. Yeah, somebody asked me earlier, like, what do you do when you experience and you get comfortable with making money? What I do is I stay new. I go back to being new. You know what I mean? Because tough times don't last, tough people do. So I go back to being new. I go back to how I started. I got to remember how I started. Like Drake, I started from the bottom. So just like I can be blessed, I got this, it can get taken away. You know what I'm saying? So you got to count your blessings, not your troubles. But I know for sure I stay humble and I stay new. You got to stay new. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my mentors told me, he said, if you know everything, why you not rich? You know, that's for the ones that they start getting big-headed, they start making a couple sales, and then they forgot who they is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you got to stay new. You know what I mean? But what I love about my journey is, like I was saying, that video that people see, millions of views, like they don't know what it took for me to get there. Like I've been doing sales for over 15 years. Like I said, I started doing sales when I was 12 years old to 14. I got back into sales in 2004, and I went viral in 2010, like that video y'all seen. And just to captivate that, like, yeah, I got kidnapped by some Native Americans to selling Jamie Foxx. But what's crazy is that I didn't give up. So I feel like if people heard this story, it's so inspirational because some people, they go through a couple doors, get slammed in their face, and then they want to quit. Or, you know what I'm saying, somebody, they missed out on a sale, then they want to get negative. You know what I'm saying? You can't get negative. You can't get negative. Because if I would have got negative when this situation happened, I wouldn't even be on this stage right now talking to y'all. See what I'm saying? Just imagine if I would have gave up. If I wouldn't have gave up, I wouldn't be rubbing shoulders with Nick Cannon. Like after I leave here, I'm flying to Atlanta for season 18 of Wildin' Out. You know what I'm saying? If I wouldn't have gave up, I wouldn't be speaking at Tony Robbins' Unlimited Power. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't be rubbing shoulders with Grant Cardone or Waka Flocka, all these big names that my kids, they talking to my kids now. My kids are just on the phone with Ray Shrimmer, Black Beatles. This all going door to door, just like y'all. Just not giving up. You see what I'm saying? I could have gave up. You know what I'm saying? But if you go quit, you should quit smoking cigarettes if you smoke cigarettes. You see what I'm saying? You should quit drinking alcohol. You know what I'm saying? But don't quit on no opportunity, though, because right next door to failure is success. You know what I'm saying? Like Thomas Edison said, I failed and failed and failed and failed my way to success. And he also said, if you think you can, you right. If you think you can't, you still right, because them your thoughts. And I'm going to tell you this one story. One of my favorite stories is, it was this story about two salespeople. It was a negative salesperson and it was a positive salesperson. And they went to Iraq to sell some shoes, right? And a negative salesperson was like, man, nobody ain't got no shoes over here. We ain't going to sell nothing. And the positive salesperson said, wait, they ain't got no shoes over here? Oh, shit, we about to make a killing. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about your mindset. It's all about thinking the right way. You see what I'm saying? Hey, what do you call a black person to have a baby by a Samoan? Anybody? Some old niggas. Yeah, I got to warm y'all up a little bit. I don't know if y'all ready. Yeah. Yeah, but that's the best part of what I do. Like, yeah, my brand is Funny Salesman. You know what I'm saying? So I might get booked for a show, or I might get booked to teach sales and speak and give like my testimony on, how I became a successful salesperson and went viral. Reason being is because like a lot of stuff that I went through, I made it positive. That's why I'm writing a TV show right now called Door to Door Chronicles. My first episode is called The N-Word. The N-Word is because this actually took place in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Raise your hand if you're familiar with Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Yeah, we was working in a city called Post Falls, and they had the KKK compound. And when I went there, they was like, oh, we got to get up out of here. They got the KKK. I said, no, we don't. I'm the KKK, the cool color kid. First door I knocked on. Dude was like, oh, get off my porch, nigger. I said, what that nigga, he owe me $5. He started busting out laughing. I went over there and sprayed the concrete. You know what I'm saying? They called me Wild Earth looking for dirt, Jesse James looking for stains. He said, oh, I like that. You know what? I think I'm going to buy me a bottle of this nigger juice. You see what I'm saying? He said, no, true story. He went over there. He said, look, do me a favor. I want you to go knock on my neighbor door, leave my nigger juice right in front of my sidewalk, and when you go knock on my neighbor door, I'm going to pick up my nigger juice, and I'm going to leave your $40 there. I went and knocked on the neighbor door. I came back. My $40 was there. That's how I got a sale. So I said, okay, y'all want to play games. I go to the next door. I said, you know what? I saw this little white girl outside. I said, excuse me, can you go tell your mommy there's a nigger at the door? She ran like, mommy, there's a nigger at the door. Her mom come outside. She was like, oh my God, smacked her daughter. She's like, I am so sorry. We are not like that. We just moved here from Montana. What can I do to help you out? I said, don't worry about it. It's just $39.95. So that nigger played a big part. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know why? Because I know how to fake it till I make it. You see what I'm saying? I know how to fake it till I make it. Like Dale Carnegie said, you got to make lemons into lemonade. You know what I'm saying? You want to gather the honey, don't kick over the beehive. I could have been real negative, and then we could have had an altercation because he called me out my name. But look, you got to remember, your perception is your reality. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I don't look at nothing as racist when it comes to names. Because I learned as a young kid, sticks and stones may break my bones, but what? Thank you, amen. See what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and we kill each other every day. Black on black crime. Who the real racist people? You see what I'm saying? So it ain't about like skin color and all that. Come on now, that's bananas. So anyway, yeah, and then I got another episode, and this is like one of my favorite episodes. It's called Suicide. Because you got to remember, like I said, I did door-to-door for over 15 years. I done been in every state. Like, I done knocked in every state, all the way from Delaware, all the way to North Dakota, South Dakota, Maine. I would never think of a kid from Detroit. I remember, like I showed y'all in that picture, I remember my teacher asking me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm like, I want to go to the NBA. I want to be a rapper. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a police officer. I never said I want to be a door-to-door salesman. I never told my teacher that. But look what happened. That video changed my life. You see what I'm saying? So this can be a stepping stone to anybody else. But I say that to say this is just give your best. If you give your all, that's all you might need at the end of the day. That's what I did. I just gave my best no matter what. If I gave 110% and I know at the end of the day I didn't give my best, tomorrow I'm giving 120%. I'm going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep going because endurance wins races at the end of the day. But, yeah, my second favorite was called Suicide. We was working Medford, Oregon. Anybody familiar with Medford? It rains a lot out there, right? So I got salespeople that didn't want to work in the rain. And I know y'all probably can relate because I know y'all people that worked in the rain. I'm out there with them. Like, we at the door, all you hear is whoosh, 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 whoosh. They soaking wet. They negative than a neutron bomb. They demotivated, don't even want to knock on no more doors. They soak, ain't made a sale since Moby Dick was a minnow. I'm like, oh, my God. So anyway, I'm like, man, I got to be the Jesus of sales. They like, oh, since you the sales God, you the sales Jesus, yeah, you show us how to do it. So I'm like, all right. So I took like 5 or 6 people to the doors with me. I said, come on, let's go. Because, like, I believe in the 3 L's. It's called look, listen, and learn. Like, when I train people, I say, you got to do what I do. Look, if I high-five the customer, you high-five the customer. If I laugh, you laugh. If I slap the customer, then you slap me because that ain't supposed to happen. So I'm teaching them how to mimic me. So anyway, I go knock on this lady door. She see like 5 black people at her door. She come right out nervous and scared. Like, get off my property, whatever you sell, I'm not buying, I'm about to call the police. I said, okay, God bless you. We're going to see you around like a donut. And as I was walking off, before she slammed the door, she's like, what did you say? I said, look, ma'am, Jesus didn't sell everybody. We just going to see you around like a donut. I ain't come to make you mad. And then it's like, she did like a little smirk smile. Like, she was like, and as she was smiling, a tear dropped her eye. And she was like, you know what? I'm just having a bad day. I'm so sorry. She was like, I can't believe that you just so positive and you out here in the rain. She was like, I just was having a bad day. I just got some bad news that my son just died in a car accident. I wasn't expecting it. Listen to a sales talk. I said, my condolences to you and your family. Let's have a moment of silence for you and your son. So we did a moment of silence. Right after that, she was like, so what are you doing? I was like, I thought you never asked. I went back to sales mode. I'm trying to sell her now. She was like, wait, do it clean carpet? I was like, am I black? That's the main reason why the Brady's got a bunch. She was like, all right, if it clean this spot on my carpet, I'm going to buy. So as I'm walking in her house, she had a gun on her table. I'm like, oh, don't shoot. I'm just a chocolate kid. I think I came to the wrong house. She was like, no, let me tell you. She was like, right before you knocked on my door, I was just about to blow my brains out. She was like, you just made my day. She was like, look, if it clean this spot, I'll buy. She ended up buying a bottle. I saved this lady life. You see what I'm saying? Just true stories, though. It's true stories. You see what I'm saying? You never know why God put you in a position that you in. You see what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, I'm forever grateful for door to door. That's why when Danny and Taylor, let's get Danny and Taylor and Knockstar again another hand. Because, like, this is amazing. When they hit me up, it was like, man, we want you to come out. I said, no question, let's do it. I come from door to door. I love door to door. Like, I'm telling you, you just don't understand. This is amazing. Like, it's crazy, but you got to give your best. Like, that's what it's all about. It's all about having fun. Like, when I'm speaking, the number one thing that I want to tell people is that you got to have fun. Like Zig Ziglar said, if you find something that you really love, you will never have to work a day in your life. So all you got to do is have fun. That's what I'm doing. When I'm out there, I'm having fun. I'm not even thinking about a sale. I would never go to the door with dollar signs in my eyes. Like, I'm about making your day. You know what I'm saying? You sell the sizzle, and then they going to buy the steak. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the door. I'm talking about everything but what I'm selling. As a matter of fact, and I got selective hearing. I only want to hear 2 things. How much is it? Or is this it? This is it, like Michael Jackson. This is it. And then I'm going to close you. I will close you off a handshake. Yeah, let me show you why you about to spend $100. And I'm going to walk off. If you follow me, you about to spend $100. On God, swear to God. That worked so many times, I promise you. But that's what I did because, like, that's what I'm saying. I worked, look, 5 P's. Proper preparation prevent poor performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I studied this. I study the art of persuasion. I study, look, the eyes is the window to the soul. I study people's body language. I knew when they was leaning in the door like this, when they opened the door, oh yeah, this is a sale. This is a no-brainer. Oh yeah, they definitely about to do it, like Nike. They leaning in the door like this and they don't even know me, oh yeah, it's a wrap. You know the rentals, it's a wrap. On God. So I already knew, like, and then I spend my time, don't waste your time, because time ain't your best friend when you waste it. Some of us be at the door selling the wrong people. Like, if you got the best thing since cake and ice cream, why would you be at the door begging? I'm not begging for nothing. Like, when I was just on the Bliss with it, I was like, bro, you can't be at the door like Johnny Gill, my. You at the door like Keith Sweat. You begging for a sale. I'm not about to beg for nothing. It's a wrap. Look, my mentality is I care if you buy, but I don't care if you don't buy. Someone else trash is someone else treasure. Because I learned the longer it takes for you to get the sale, the closer you is to one. I know this is a numbers game. I'm going to roll like toilet paper because I'm not even going to play with you. I'm not even going to. Look, some of y'all don't even deserve my service. Yeah, you remind me of that car. What car? You Subaru. I'll tell them that. Yeah, you from South America? You from South America? You sure is Russian. Yeah, most of your neighbors been buying with enthusiasm. So they come to, what do you want? What do you want? Oh, you must be from Saudi Arabia because you sure is Russian. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't, look, I run this show. You don't run nothing but them shoes to the side. You playing with the wrong one. That's my mentality at the door. I run the show. I run the show. Yeah, this is in living color. We live, we living, and I'm colored. You ready for, yeah, turn on, yeah, there we go. You know, I'm not playing no games, but that's my mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. I done had so many, hey, raise your hand if you ever knocked on someone's door, right? And you know you gave your best, and then they turned you away, and then they end up chasing you down to buy from you. Like, hold on, where you going? Happy, exactly, because you gave your best. That's all you got to do. Like Biggie Small said, all these people, I got to fight one. All these girls, I got to like one. All these customers, somebody going to buy from me. When I'm in a zone, I'm thinking of that Biggie Small song. As soon as they ain't buying, I'm thinking of Biggie Small. All these people, somebody going to buy. Somebody going to do it. I promise you somebody going to do it. Somebody going to do it. Mentality, that's what I'm saying. It's mental. Everything up here, you got to just stay focused. You got to be built for it tough. You got to be focused. And that's how I was able to make a killing without a machine gun. I was focused. I was the first one to get out the van. I was the last one to get picked up. I got to sell at 1:30 in the morning. Reason being, because I didn't give up. Even though we caught a flat that night, but I still sold somebody at 1:30 in the morning. We over there knocking on doors at 1:30 in the morning. I know it's dark. I'm dark. I definitely don't glow in the dark. But can I just say one thing? Yeah, the neighbor said if I walk the country mile to make you smile, you was going to hear me out before you throw me out. Yeah, did you get your CDs? Yeah, you see these stains right here? Yeah, cut on the light. Teddy Pendergrass. I'm not playing. I'm having fun, though. You know what I mean? I'm having fun. Like one dude told me, he was like, can I just be frank with you? I said, I thought your name was Jeff. Can I be frank with you? Just a minute ago, your name was Jeff. Are you lying to me? You know, one of my pet peeves that I could never get over as a new person was when I knocked on someone's door and they had a phone and they come to the door with, oh, I can't talk, I'm on the phone right now. Okay, we're going to see you around like a donut. Until one day a phone rung on this lady's ear. She's like, oh, I'm on the phone. I said, all right, God bless you. The phone rung. I said, oh, I need to get one of those. Well, what's that? The one that don't ring before you answer. You know what I mean? Like you just tricked them out. After that, I ain't listening to nothing they say. But look, it's my time. I love this opportunity. Hey, you got to take advantage of it. My name is Kenny Brooks. Hey, follow me on Instagram, Funny Salesman. And it's been a blessing. Hey, peace.
Woo! Oh, Kenny, baby, what's it? Woo. Woo.
Kill it, bro. All right.
Wow. Guys, how awesome was Kenny? Mm-hmm.